Alright, I will try to be quiet. Is there even music? What? I don't even actually see the music source. Hang on. What happened? What was I doing? Adding application audio output capture. Add existing music. Oh no, it's already right there. Wait, what? Oh. Or wait, was it not there? Did I just make it happen? No, I added that. You guys, if you can't tell by my VTuber, hi, I'm Skuttz and I'm sick. We got the normal brain cells, they're not firing at normal capacity, so hey. Well, I think we got everything going together here. Let me see. I've got Botrix working, I got all the chats, we got a Chaparino, we got Slider Keon, we got Traffic Hyena, we got yeah, we got a Bootsy and a Deathlight. Alright, rad. I'm gonna make sure I keep both chats up just in case. Because the chat does fade from up there, so. Yeah, we're trying multi-streaming today. You guys, I have a cold and I'm sick and I figured out how to multi-stream. You do know how I've been trying to figure this out forever and I'm not sure even what I did. YouTube might be a little bit crunchy. It was giving me a crunch warning. It said, warning, you don't know what you're doing and this is a scrunkly output. And I said, oh, shit. So we're gonna fix that one next time, but at least we're outputting to both, and the music is going where it's supposed to. I still have not plugged in my lamp, so my lighting isn't even. We're doing a lot of things, it's fine. Anyways, we're doing so many things, that's why we have 3 bards and an artifice on fire. She can't handle it. Bootsy says, your nap is over for now. You're postponing your nap just to watch me? Or did my notification wake you up? Do I need to beat the notifications up? Because naps are very important. Oh my goodness. I think I'm ready to draw now, you guys. This is great. I've been missing drawing so much. Ow. That's not happened in a really long time. My mohawk is really long, and it's pissing me off, and I want to cut it off. And I don't know if I actually want to cut it off. So I put it in this tiny, dinky little ponytail, and I just went to go scratch my head, and my hand just got caught in my dinky little ponytail. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, well, the dinky little ponytail. I don't think I've had a It's almost been like 10 years. It's a long time. I don't like my hair long. It bugs me. I had a dream I gave myself a mullet. I had a dream I gave myself a mullet because, I cut my own hair and it's really difficult to cut the back. And so I had a dream I just gave up cutting the back. I was just like, fuck it, ponytail. And so I kept cutting it short in the front because it kept getting in my eyes and it pissed me off. And then I couldn't see the back, so I just left it in a ponytail. And I woke up and I was just like, I have a mullet! I was like, wait, no. And I did, because that's exactly how I cut my hair, but my dream exaggerated it. It was fucking hilarious. I was like, oh god. I don't know if I want a mullet. Nothing wrong with mullets. I just don't know if a mullet's my vibe. I've seen some amazing mullets. Alright, oh, I was gonna dye my hair, but I don't know what color to dye my hair. Once again, I do it myself. I have the bleach and everything. Oh, someone gifted me a bunch of stuff for Christmas, and it's been a while. But yeah. Anyways, my goodness, how is everybody doing? It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Here we go. Yeah. I think I need to, there's something not working with this pose for Sunny. And I'm not really sure what's going on. So I'm wondering if I can alter the pose slightly and kind of keep what we already have going on so we don't have to change too much. Or the other option is I just change the pose up. I'm not sure how well it underlines that she's wearing like a leotard type outfit. So maybe moving swapping the leg positions or moving her tail might help underline what she's. It's not working. And Zay was like, yeah, I don't, maybe we need to add something in a jacket, maybe. And I'm like, maybe, but also like it's just not really displaying the outfit very well. And I think we can do it a little bit better than that. So I want to try to keep the same pose, the same vibe, but I want to show the outfit off a little bit better. I think that's, I've waited a minute. I've redrew these gals. They're looking lovely. I'm very happy with them. Except her hands. We need to draw the hands. Oh, God, why do I do... And the fucking... We gotta do the feet. I have to figure out how they go in those shoes. That's a later Skuttz problem. But right now, the Skuttz problem that I need to deal with is getting Sunny to look good. For I'm not feeling this. Nittany. Wait, I already said hi. Oh my god, deja vu? Nittany, hi again! I swear to god. Oh... I've had a very short morning. No, wait, what? No, what? I've had a very long morning. God, I'm trying today, you guys. The cold really kind of like got to my sinuses, and so that is definitely, I think, making me struggle the most is the sinus stuff right now. So I promise I'm doing my best. The brain's just a little scrunkly. But I got up early and I needed more cold medicine, and so I ended up getting some, and then my friend brought me snackies, and it was a little donut, because we have a lot of, like, there's like Uhhhhh Maya and H Mart, and the Pacific Northwest has a lot of like the Asian food stores, and it's amazing. And all my favorite snackies are there. But they have a bakery, and they make stuff, and like there's fucking all the fresh little like sushis and stuff. So, and they brought me one of my other favorite things. It's dried squid. It's squid jerky. Oh god, and it's the only thing I've had to eat today besides coffee. You guys, I've started brewing an eldritch horror in my stomach. It's a bunch of coffee and squid and cold medicine. This is how you get eldritch beings. Oh my god. Eh. Yeah. Alright, let's do this. So, I'm gonna try to point out the issues I have with this. Maybe we'll make a little thing of it, right? So, So we want to go and like look at the profiles of everybody, right? She's got a nice gap here, and she's got some good shape on the outside. And we kind of have a good flow over here. We've got some good shapes. She does not. I have folded her tail up under herself, and she does not have that sort of loose. Like, she's now just become like a dick and balls. Yes. And we are not, she's a bard. We are not in dick and balls mode, so I need to give her something a little more elegant for a silhouette. Hey Atlas, hello, thank you for popping in. So seriously though, there's not really a good gap here. Like, her hand is kind of there, but it doesn't really leave a good shape or gap here. We got the same issue right here. And she's wearing a leotard, which is supposed to kind of come up and kind of highlight that like high-waisted bit. But because I've got both her leg forward covering it and then her tail coming up, literally none of the fact that this is a leotard really comes across. Also request that booba need to be made larger. So we've got some work to do today. Elegant is usually corkscrews. Yeah, so if I were to, okay, so we're gonna do elegant. We go with the spine. Give her something like that. Actually, it would though, but we would create more of an open pocket here, and she would no longer be a dick and balls. We have created the swan. We want to go from dick and balls to swan. Stopping for 2 seconds and you hear she's not balls. I'm very technically explaining silhouettes. You came for art class. No, this is art crass. I can't make myself laugh. That's the deal. Hang on, you don't want to listen to that. I'm dying. There we go. Just let me cough it up. Just let me work through it. Just let me work it up. It's like a cat, a little hairball. It's okay. From chode to swan. You know, that should be the title of this stream, is From Chode to Swan. Art crash should be my art advice. It's not a bad idea. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna fix this. Okay. So I think first I'm gonna keep the parts I like. I do really like this part where she is kind of like popping her chest out, right? We'll keep the waist. We also need larger booba, so we shall oblige. All right, so here we go. That's a little bit more of what we want, right? That definitely shows off the shape of the leotard. Like, literally right there. Literally right there. I didn't even do anything else. And that's immediately part of what just, like, gave this some spice. So I'm gonna try to shift her wrist down a little bit. We're gonna move her hand further down her hip. And I'm gonna put this over here. So now I've created a much larger pocket space right here, and kind of opened up the pose. And we've brought it away from the stiff erection that she was previously, and we've brought her to more of a loose and open field of kobold to frolic. Yes. Oh my god. Twice annually when I get sick, I'll just start giving art advice. I don't even... Oh god. I joke about it being the cold medicine, but like, dude, I take Dayquil. It's not even the fun stuff. That's just liquid acetaminophen. So decongestion. Do 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 do. All right. You know what's fucking great? I'm multi-streaming right now. I'm multi-streaming to Twitch and to YouTube. And of the two, if I were to put nipples on the lizard, Twitch would be mad at me. And YouTube is like, yo, that's art. Why can't Twitch get that? Why can't Twitch understand? I just need to know... I just need to know where the nipples go. They are my locating beacons. I'm just gonna draw frowny faces instead of nipples from now on. I fucking guess. Thanks, Twitch! What? Yeet didn't work? It should have worked. Why didn't the yeet work? Yeety bobeety. I don't see it. I don't see the yeet. Why don't I see the yeet? The yeet's open. The tits is open. What? But that's just two of me. What? Hold on. Tits broke. Why won't you talk to me? Is your things enabled? You know what? We're just gonna close it and reopen it. It must be struggling. We're gonna discard the changes and see if it fixes itself. Double Skuttz. Yes. Yet YouTube needs silence or it will shut everything down. Yeah, yes, that is it. It's very interesting. Oh, yep. No, I just had to reboot it. Because that should be working now. That showed. Okay. All right. How do I, can I refund? No, I don't want to report your reward. No. Use your mod powers. Oh my god! Why did it do it twice? Do I have... I don't know. Because you marked a random one to test. Oh, we just did it at the same time. Okay, okay. You did use the mod powers. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, there. It was open. I tried to make sure everything was working. We found the scuff, everybody! We found the scuff. Congratulations, Keon. You are, oh god, what is it? The beta testers? Is that what it was? Ah, the fucking gnomes! Did you empty the thing again? Is that everything? Wait, can I hit more gnomes? Ah! Ugh. Can I scoop them? Tech support. See, yeah, now everything's fixed because we got tech support here. Oh, good. It won't be as good as yesterday. That's true. We have to build up some more of the, we have to build up some more of them first. Okay, so I like the torso. I like what we have going on here. And it's a kobold, so we're gonna do 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger. Yes. Something of the such. Hey, yeah, if you want to listen to music, you can come over to Twitch, and if you want to listen to your own music, you can go to the YouTubes. That's kind of actually a good trade-off. Because, like, sometimes people do want to watch stuff and not necessarily listen to music while they're trying to listen to whatever they're listening to, but they still kind of want to tune into the stream. And now you got options. And I won't get DMCA'd to hell and back. Which is good, because I only just got to Baldur's Gate. That's some sort of obscure joke reference to the fact that everybody I've heard who's played Descent to Avernus says that it takes forever to get through Baldur's Gate before you actually get to Avernus. I'm not sure if the joke actually made sense, because I've never actually gone to Avernus. I'm too precious. I haven't gone to heck. Wait, no, I did one time. Yeah, no, we had cats in hell. Never mind. Yep, we had hell cats. Never mind. I lied. At least the YouTube mobile apps works better than the Twitch one. You got Skuttz on the TV. Hell yeah, that's amazing. Boots, the only fucking guy. Come to YouTube for the memes and the clips. Yes. Yeah, I would say... Alright, we'll do the tail next. So we wanted the arm. Her shit's gonna be hidden behind her titty. It's just fucking massive. So there's no point in really trying to put her elbow in the profile, you know? Her boob is the profile. So instead, I'm gonna try to maybe, let's see if we can open, if you got, we need to create a Pringles. So I shall create the Pringle. Yes. That, I'm okay, so Pringling is a very serious art technique, and it's taken me many years to wrap my brain around it. And it's impossible to explain. You Pringle or you don't. Alright, so we're not gonna do that. Up and... Oh my god. Okay, so, like, do you ever have somebody say something to you, and it just fucking haunts you for the rest of your goddamn life? Like, that is what's happening with this drawing right now. Internally, I'm fucking dying. So, she's supposed to be like positioning her fingers in front of her face, like she's posing haha, right? Or like, I don't know. Oh my god. But it doesn't look right. Wait, can I open? Yeah, I can find it. And like, you know, just trying to do something with that. I did a Skuttz. Where's everything? I don't know where anything is. Did I even save it in here? Oh, no. Did I save it in here? Oh, I did, because this is where they are. Something like this, where like Skuttz has her hand up close to her face, right? She's like just posing, right? And like, for some reason, every time I draw something like that, I think it's just a shitty comment that people say, maybe. I don't know. Like, but every time they're just like, is she smelling her fingers? And I'm like, why the fuck would she be smelling her fingers? It was a drawing I did, like, way back in high school, and, like, it was a very similar pose where it was just kind of, like, flourishing the hands in front of the face. And they're just like, why is she smelling her fingers? I'm like, she's not! I'm like, oh my god. Like, I don't know. Maybe next time I'll just be like, you know what? Yeah, no, she definitely just... Like, what the fuck? Why is that somebody's first fucking thought? Maybe they spend too much time smelling their fingers. So anyways, I'm just sitting here this whole time. I'm like, just don't make it look like, just don't make it look like she's smelling her fucking fingers. And I'm like, I can't. I'm failing at this, and it's all I can see. And I feel like she just looks like she's smelling her fingers, and I want to change the pose. So I'm having this whole internal debate where I can't even tell if this pose looks good or bad, because I'm haunted by like 3 people in my past who've commented on various drawings, and they don't even know. Normally shit doesn't stick with me and I don't fucking care, but for some reason that one I'm just like, it's not, how do I'm not conveying something correctly. Oh, shit. Isn't there always that one jerk, though? Yeah. Pretty much. That's why you just gotta don't give a fuck. I just want... Now, if Zay is just like, can you change that? I'll be like, sure. The commissioner's the only one with that power over me anymore. You have to pay money and then you can tell me what to do. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck. That's a secret. Someone's like, you should do this, you should do that. I'm like, if you didn't pay me, I ain't gonna shoulda do nothing. Like, I'm like, meanwhile, if you like pay for my time and my effort, I will do whatever is needed. I will draw all the scrunklies. I will draw the kobolds. I'm gonna fucking, I have to stop. This is going away now. We're just not. I'm not. I can't. I'm in hell. There's a burger! I would love the burger. Not everyone can infer. Honestly, those kind of comments are why you never went into art in high school. Probably why it took getting into Warhammer to realize that you like making art, not just the normal medium. Yeah, people can be very judgmental about art, especially when they're like not even making art themselves sometimes. It's like, oh, you have a lot of opinions for someone who's never held a fucking paintbrush. Oh, she looks like she's smelling her fingers, is she? You draw the pose and tell me, yeah, like, if you can even differentiate how many fingers she has that she's smelling, huh? Every artist actually struggles with that. Making the... Well, yeah, I don't know. I went through a little phase where hands were, like, not that difficult to draw. I wanted to go through that phase again. That was a good phase. That was a good phase in life. Oh my god. Thank you for the burger redeem. A burger sounds really good right now. Bootsy, jealous? Jealous of what? Bootsy, are you jealous of my burger? Oh my god, wait, Bootsy loves the gnomes and Bootsy's over on YouTube and Bootsy can't redeem the gnomes? Is someone throw the gnomes at me? Yeah, Keon's gotcha. Oh, yeah. Right as I take a big gulp of coffee. Wait, can I scoop the gnomes? No. Alright. I tried. Gotta shoo them out. Oh, people who make those comments are just jealous. Yeah. Yes. Hello, Calyx. Hello. Welcome in. Oh my gosh. I need to do some new emotes. So there's times when it's good to do your own thing, and it's good to make your own way and do things your own way. And then sometimes it's good to just take the proven path. And I think it's time that, as much as I love emotes and the weird ones I've drawn, I need to take the emote ref sheet. There's like 200 emotes or something like that. And we can change it up a little bit or whatever, but it's a good starting idea. It's a good base. A lot of people have similar ones for a reason, because they're good, they read well, and they're fun. So let's definitely, we're gonna say, we might have a lot going on this weekend, but we'll see. I want to have like a stream where we talk. We need to sit down. We need to talk about chat's identity. Who do you want to be? I talk so much about spiders and kobolds, and I'm like, what? So do we make chat mascot a little kobold? But I feel like I should give you guys input on your own identity, you know? I could just be like, haha, you guys, look, here's this little gremlin and it's you. But also, you could have some input and some say. And I think that would be really fun. We need a bold doing a silly dance. We definitely need some sort of, like, kobold mascot. Or, like, I don't know. I've only ever played one kobold, and I have 2 kobold. Well, I mean, like, played kobold, like, enough to, like, have one. But, like, I didn't get to play... Her name was Vinny. I didn't get to play Vinny long enough to really get, like, an attachment or a flavor. We had some players step out, and so the campaign kind of had to take a back seat. So, I kind of just started to get to have, like, the little kobold in the big city with the big dreams of she was a bard. She was actually originally going to be in this piece. But I didn't really feel that close to her, like that didn't get to play her long enough to relate to her. But the campaign that we switched to after that one, which was the Witchlight Carnival one, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Lucy worked at the carnival, and she just ended up being one of my favorite fucking D&D characters, hands down, period, forever. The poor thing had to kill a horse, and, like, was in, like, I rolled her stat that says she can't stand to see, like, innocent creatures suffer, and we just had this horse, and the horse was stuck in the mud, and it was like that movie, and you guys know the movie, and you know that, and it was just horrible, and, like, we couldn't get the horse out, we all failed our strength checks, we all tried to talk to the horse and, like, get it to calm down, and the horse just was like, ah, and we're like, oh my god, and Lucy's like, I guess I gotta put it down. And, yeah, that was, that was fucking something. She had to use magic missile because she was looking the other way. She couldn't bear to witness. It was just fucking, it was hilarious. As well as, like, we had this, I think it was a coat that spawned random items. And so we kept getting ladders, and everyone's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, this is so dumb. Like, oh, fuck, another fucking ladder. And so Lucy, I'm just like, she's the, like, ever positive, optimistic like little ray of sunshine right now. So I'm like, no, like we're gonna double down on the opposite of that. And so instead of being like, ladders are stupid, she's like, nah, you can never have, there's always a reason for a ladder. You can never have too many ladders. And like then I just had to prove the point by finding any reason to use the ladders to be helpful or like bypass issues. We needed to climb down something, and I was like, we'll just tie two ladders together, we got this. And so we did, and we went down, and then it was like we were trying to get through the horse got stuck in the mud, and we were having trouble traversing it, and so I was like, well, we saw these little, like, we could probably, like, make some little, like, sticks to walk on in the mud. And so I rolled really well and was able to craft, like, stilts to get through. God, she looks so cute! Sorry, I'm really happy with how this sketch is coming out. Considering I was not feeling the rough at all. But yeah, so Lucy was just like, yeah, and she made herself some stilts, and everyone's like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, she's just ever the optimistic. She got this. And so anyways, Lucy is bi, and she is exemplary of the bisexual panic trope. Anytime we went up to a NPC and it was a cute girl, I was just like, and she's a shapeshifter, so she would change forms and pretend she wasn't there. Like by panic to the point that she like steps out. And so I was just like, oh, it's super fun. It's super fun. All right, let's just try seeing if we can switch the leggies. Let's see if I can just wing this. I got this. So I just want to extend this one back and have the other one. So, like, do you see right there how we're already, like, way, way more underlining the shape of her outfit here? Just how much camel toe do we want to go down the road of? Is it a camel toe if she's a kobold? Moose knuckle. That cracks me up. That phrase is like, I just think it's that's so fucking funny. Anyway. See, I think literally just by opening up that pose a little bit and then maybe changing the leg structure, the leg pose. Yeah, because it really is about just being able to say what the hell, see what the hell's going on here. All right, so we'll do, this one goes back, and then this leg is, we're flatter, flush, we're closer to the ground. This one's gonna be hiked up again. Do. What does she turn into? She turned into a few variations of other D&D characters that I've played. And then one of them was she would change into a tabaxi, and his name was, he was an orange tabaxi. And he was kind of like her adventurous Sona. So she would literally just be like, oh, hello, yeah, no, Lucy, oh, I haven't seen Lucy anywhere, like that kind of thing. It was hilarious, too, because, like, she took some fucking spell, where you, like, make your own little, you can, like, climb up into your own little space for, like, an hour. And I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect. It was her little break room at the carnival. Like, And I was just like, oh my god, that is so great. And then she's also, like, she's super into wrestling. Like, she has an alter ego wrestling Sona. And, like, part of what she does the mechanics at the carnival, but the one time, excuse me, the one time she performs, it's for a wrestling event in the big top. So that was a fun one. I got slightly obsessed with wrestling. Slightly. Don't. Oh man. All right. So we've got, maybe we can have her. Yeah. There we go. I'm really liking this. We can still give her like some kind of meh. No, I don't like it anymore. I changed my mind. It's missing something. That's fine. This is why we have multiple layers for stuff. All right. So, honestly, I think this is really good. She just needs probably like just the right like bracelets or necklace or something nice and bold to complement it, but I think just starting out with moving her to this is good. I don't want her tail or her legs anyways. I decided that was all part of the dick and balls and we're getting rid of it. See, we're halfway to the swan. Mm-hmm. There we go. We're almost there. Yeah. Oh my god, I haven't saved. File save, file save, file save, save. Yeah. Alright, panic. Legit panic. 3 seconds of terror. Ad starts in 24 seconds. You know what? I'm gonna take a quick break then. And I'm gonna see if I can throw up a 3-minute ad for Twitch. And I'm gonna hit my BRB. You guys. I'm gonna use the restroom and get some water. You take a quick break, get water, use the restroom yourselves, and we'll be back in 5. I'll set my 5-minute alarm. Yes. Alright. I'm going to use the restroom. Ups earlier before stream and I waited for them to stop. I was like, ah, no. Alright. So I should have just said the whole thing. Fine. I feel like I'm good to merge those. Cool. Alright, so I didn't like that before. I sort of disrupted the flow, right? The leg position was okay, but the reason why I threw that out was because I can do better. So we're halfway there. We got rid of some of it, right? So we want to get this in a, do I want her doing, so I'm just gonna No, see, everybody else's tails are down. That one's a fun one. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, that looks about right. I don't know why I had to shake her to make sure, but I did. One must gently shake the kobolds to mix up all the ingredients inside. Ew. Ew. Oh, okay, okay. So, like, YouTube has, like, an AI slop problem, right? And, like, if you know anything about the horrors of, like, Elsa Gate and shit like that, then maybe you've heard about the, AI, like, cat. It essentially descends into cat gore. And, like, the reason why that's relevant is because I found it very disturbing that YouTube started recommending, like, video ideas to me. And it's like, you could go into detail explaining the intricate details of the insides of a kobold, like a kobold's organs, and like like it was weirdly obsessed with the kobold's like internal organs and stuff. And I was like, that's really unsettling when I know what I know about all the slop farms and like the cat like gore and like horrors. Like, oh my god, that is really unsettling. So anyways, for me to like actually wander across mentioning like shaking up a kobold, like the internal organs, just like shook up that horrifying fucking memory for me. Sorry I had to share it. I don't understand. I can only assume that's why. Like, I don't talk about the internal, like, what, like, I don't know. Like, maybe because I talk about, like, drawing and anatomy, and it's, like, anatomical drawings, but, like, my mind just went straight to, like, oh my god, like, the worst. Like, okay, so now she no longer is the dick and balls, but her leg now looks suspicious. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that before Twitch bans me. It was a leg. It was a leg the whole time. Sorry. I joke, but like the fact that I feel like I have to worry about, I was toggling layers out. Now she looks like she's doing a lunge. Hold on, that's not sexy. She's just exercising. The kobold lunges at you. She's, like, lunging. Alright, so what do I want to do then? Everybody else is dancing, so I still want her to be dancing. YouTube wants to know. YouTube does want to know. That's disturbing. It's probably where these things are getting their, like, prompts from or whatever, and then, like, it's all, I don't know, feeding itself into some... I don't understand. I hate the AI overviews so much. Don't trust the AI overviews. As somebody who's been fucking trying to do so much with their computer lately, like, I've been trying to get so much going on with, like, the VTubing programs and like other stuff, and you try to just Google, like, does this program interface with this program? Does this program talk to this program? And the AI overview, like, yes, these programs work together because blah, 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 blah. And so I spend like 30 fucking minutes trying to get these two programs to work. And then I go fucking look and like, yes, they had the thing that was supposed to work. But, like, if you go look, like, they don't actually have the compatibility, and they can't, like, you have to do some sort of weird workaround, and one of them, you just can't do it. And, like, I was trying to do stuff I could not fucking do. And I was like, well, And it's really frustrating because you go and you look under the suggestions and it's literally more of the AI fucking overview. But half the time it doesn't know what the fuck I need. I'm like, what are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. It is really frustrating. But yeah, like, good God. I don't think that I would see. Now she looks very stationary. Ooh. All right, hang on. Maybe I can look at some of the other dance poses. God, there's kobolds in the way. There was also a secondary option that was good. All right, hang on. Da, 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 yeah. But yeah, no. Speaking of AI, you did find it funny that you found a video with an AI voice and was clearly an AI script speaking about philosophy. Yeah, sometimes it'll say stuff that sounds really profound, if you don't know what it means, because it doesn't actually make sense. That was a really unsettling one. Anyways, I don't want to talk about kobold insides anymore. I don't need to validate anything. That was weird. That was one of the weirdest suggestions I've seen, and that there was like 2 or 3 of the AI suggested prompt thingies that it did that mentioned the internal parts of kobolds or whatever. I was like, this is really awkward. I should make a little video about it if you guys want to see. Like, Atlas actually pointed it out to me because he was saying it as well. And I was like, what the fuck? And like, maybe some of them I could do something with, but a lot of them don't even understand. Like, you guys, it was telling me I should do a stained glass ref sheet, like, for a character. And I'm just like, unless the character is made of stained glass, or like, you can't do a stylized ref sheet. You fucking can't do a stylized ref sheet. That's not how it works. You can't draw a stained glass ref sheet and then hand that to, like, I guess, but like the person you're gonna give that to is gonna be like, what? Because stained glass is a little vague and artsy. Okay, so we need to take kobold away from the dick and balls. Can we keep the same leg position, but maybe adjust it so it still accents? This one goes back, because I did like that movement of the leg. Alright, so we get one leg. That was really fluid. That was perfect. Alright. Ah, see, okay. So having it lower does not really work for having it, but she could probably be extending it. I'm gonna have to run this by Isaiah. I'm totally playing with this. I'm just trying to make the outfit be the showcase here. And work with kind of the vibe that the pose they chose works with. So I should definitely double check that this is all good before I go forward. But this is already looking a lot better than I feel like I started out with. So I am a very happy scrunkly. Do. Is it all because I had internal monologue obsessing about spiders? Probably. That's very reasonable. The only style you need is scrungly. Yes, scrungly is good. Oh God, Bootsy, don't bring up Brandon. My poor heart. I'm gonna have to check on his successors. I named a spider Brandon at my friend's house, and the next time I went over, Brandon was no more. I was very heartbroken. I spent like 2 months deciding, God damn it. Although I will say, it really got me out of deliberating over names for spiders, and I just knee-jerk name them, which is how we get Jelly Bean. I'm like, she is the size of a jelly bean, so her name is now Jelly Bean. Also, I've got some new inbound roommates, and like, oh my god, my last roommate moved out, and on move out day, there was just a giant fucking spider on the wall, and she's like, they were like, holy shit, have you seen the size of the spider? And I was like, what? And she was just sitting there on the wall, and I was like, oh yeah, hey, that's Jelly Bean. And she was like, what? They were like, what? She's got a name? And I had to explain to them. I'm like, yeah, no, look. And I even checked, and she had 7 legs and 1 little baby leg. And I was like, yeah. I was like, that's Jelly Bean. She was shedding. And they were like, holy shit. But like kudos to them for like not squishing my spider bro. I was like, yeah. But like, I was like, I don't know. The spider's big enough that it's probably lived here longer than I have. And they were like, really? And I was like, I mean, yeah. And like, look at how big she is. Like, if I squish that, like, I have to be like creating some kind of power vacuum within the spider ecosystem in the house. And they were just like, holy shit. I was like, yeah, Jelly Bean is my important. She is my little keystone in my ecosystem. Oh my god. So I was putting my grocery bag away. I got yelled at. I was putting my grocery bag away, and I just stuck it in its little place, and all of a sudden this little guy scurries up, and he's like, does a little like 360 looking around. He's just like, what the fuck? Hey. I was like, what? And so I like looked because I thought I saw something fall, but then I looked and it wasn't, nothing fell. It was a little spider. And then I saw him and he saw me and he was like, hey. And I was like, hey. And then he just kind of like hunkered down. He's like, oh shit. I was like, oh no. I'm like, okay, well, I have to name that one. But I can't spend 2 months naming him. It's wild. I did not think that my arachnophobic ass would come this far. I keep joking. Like, at this point, I'm like, yeah, if I got a tarantula, I'm like, I would name it Cupcake. Just because, like, tarantulas are basically the size of a little cupcake. So I'm like, yeah. One of the naming conventions is to name them of the size of what they are. Also, there when I moved in, there was a gigantic one outside. Like, I don't know. Like, we're like small tarantula territory. I was scared at how large this was. I took a zip tie and folded it and then measured the zip tie. And this thing had like at least a segment of its leg that was like almost 1.5 to 2 inches long, and the other segment was 1 inch. I think now I know it might be a wolf spider. Maybe? Because they can actually get pretty big. Like, actually, maybe bigger than the common house spider. Wait, I know what video I'm gonna go watch later. We're gonna learn about the spooters. The spooty babooties. I am Skuttz, and I like spiders way too much. God damn it, Bootsy! Bootsy, you got me talking about spiders! Bootsy got me on the spider binge, I'm sorry. Drackroth, hello. You spy 1 cobulb. Yes, there's one. 1 bulb. I mean, if you ever want to get me talking about stuff, though, you can definitely just ask me how the spiders are doing. I want to move that there. And then try doing this. Big, awkward steppy. Straight out the corner of my eye. Alright. Pay the spider tax. Yes, yes. You can't blame Bootsy for bringing on what was inevitable. This is true. It is almost just a matter of time before I go off about spiders. Especially when I haven't been streaming for a while. Because, oh my god, you guys. So, there's 2 yellow sac spiders that live in my house. One of them is a male, one of them is a female. So, I've just dubbed them Dennis. Because, yellow sac makes me think of a yellow ball. And when I think of a yellow ball, I think of a tennis ball. So, I've named the male yellow sac spider Dennis. And so, of course, just, I guess, my knee-jerk default when I found a female was to name her Denise. And I went to the bathroom one night, and Denise was in my bathroom taking a bath. I was like, what? And I recorded it. And she's like drinking water off the table, and then she puts her little leggies in her mouth, and she cleans her little foodies. And I'm so sorry for all of my friends because I immediately sent that to, like, anybody I knew who won't cry if I send them a spider video. I'm like, oh my god, look what I found. Denise was watching her feet. It's so cute. Also a little terrifying because, like, she got some big, what piece is it? Their little mandibles with the little fangs. She's got some big ones. Do you guys want me to post spider videos? Oh my god, I got my own National Geographic going on. Oh my gosh. So I actually have a really cool story too. So like a while back, I came into my room and I saw that there was a spider climbing along the side of my wall, and I was like, oh, she's heading towards my bed. This is when I met Jellybean. Well, I think I met her last year, but I saw her again. She wasn't Jellybean yet. And, I was like, okay, as long as you don't go down towards my bed. And, like, I just watched, and sure enough, she just kept going. And she was very slow and, like, paused a lot, and it really... like, it took a long time. So I just was like, okay, once she kind of cleared my computer area, I was like, all right, I'm going to draw now. And eventually I looked and she'd kind of like stopped in the corner of my room above my bed. I was like, oh my God, great. Like, hopefully she'll move on, you know? And then it got to the point where like I was getting tired. I wanted to go to bed. And so I'd gone and I'd like eaten dinner and I came back and hours later, like she's still in the fucking corner above my bed. And so like I'm tired and I want to go to bed, but there's a fucking, like, I named her Jelly Bean. Her abdomen is the size of a jelly bean over my bed. And I'm like, how much do I trust sleeping under the spider? Like, is she waiting there to like snack on me or, you know? And this is when I had that whole internal debate about moving her, and decided that she's large enough. She's probably lived here longer than I have. And, you know, I can respect that. And I'm like, I mean, she was here last year and like, she didn't bug me and whatever. And I was like, all right, I'll leave her be. I'll leave her be. And so I went on my way. And so like, it's like right before bed. It's like right before bed. Now I really want to go to bed and she's still there. And I'm just like, fuck. Like, now I really have to decide, do I want to let her chill up there for the night? Because, like, I'm going to be sleeping. And I kind of, like, laid down on my bed and I looked up at her thinking about it. And I noticed, like, she, like, hadn't moved at all. And I was like, wait, did she fucking just keel over? Like, wait, what happened? And so I'm sitting there watching and like, she's just like not really moving. I was like, oh, And I'm like, all right, so like, do I move her? What do I do? And I'm like, fine, I'll just like leave her be. So I got all my stuff. I fucking decided I'm gonna let the spider fucking stay in her little corner, and we're gonna have a little truce. If I don't wake up and she's not in the bed, we're good. I don't consent to spider in bed. That is the one we're not there yet. I've gotten over my arachnophobia. We are not at the arachnophilia. No spider in the bed, please. And so I get my water, and like I get my phone, and I'm getting ready for bed. And I see that she started to move, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And I swear to God, you guys, like, if I had moved this spider, I wouldn't have seen this. And I proceeded to spend the next, like, 45 minutes laying in my bed with my phone, recording, watching one of the biggest spiders I've ever seen molt in the corner of my room. And I'm just like, dude, it was so cool. And if I had fucked with her or moved her, like, that's a really vulnerable time for, like, anything, is when they're molting. So, like, I probably could have, like, actually, like, hurt her. And depending on where I threw her, you know, like, I could have actually, like, really endangered her. And it's crazy that because I'm like, dude, because I left her alone and let her be. I have, like, footage on my phone of just like her pulling her legs out. Like, it's so crazy. It's so cool. And like, I had hermit crabs as a kid, and it looked very, very similar to the way a hermit crab molted. And I would have had no idea had I shooed her out, or, you know, and like I said, I probably would have harmed her by moving her so close to a molt. But yeah, it was so cool to see that, actually. And I was just like, dude, I can't believe I almost missed that. Like, if I didn't let her be... Oh, God, I did it again. Oh, no. Oh, shit. I just talked about spiders, and I drew a kobold, and I don't remember what happened, but we're here now, and the kobold looks good. Cool. Key to drawing well. Just talk about spiders. That was something here while zoning out. Drackroth, you now proceed to lurk. Fair, fair. Lurk and listen to the longest spider rant of your life. But yeah, no, it's crazy though. Like, I actually have videos of spiders taking a bath in my bath. And a spider changing in my bedroom. They know where to do the appropriate things. One was taking a bath in the bathroom, and the other one was changing in the bedroom. I mean, Bootsy says you're welcome. Thank you. You knew the missing ingredient. Like, Skuttz has had coffee. What's missing? Skuttz has coffee. Skuttz has kobold. Skuttz is missing spiders. That was the recipe. Oh shit, I forgot to save. That's how you know it was good. Alright, let me send a thing. I don't know if they're there. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, the first, like, 3 commissions, you get professionalism. After that, you get chaos. You get information. You get updates. The communication gets... we understand, as long as we understand each other. What's it called? Leotard. The sad face nipples are, she's not even naked. She's wearing clothes. Also, this is why it's okay to like walk away and redraw stuff sometimes. Cause like if you look at the beginning, can we hide Rhapsody? We can hide Artemis? Somebody's gotta take a nap, please. We'll just scoot this over. I mean, look, I mean, you know, I can definitely make some adjustments as needed, but I mean, even if I were to wrap the tail back underneath, I think that this would be still showcasing the fact that this is a, honestly, that is way saucier though, having like the tail under. But again, we would take the pose and, well, no, see, because the leggy out, we put the leggy out, that kind of disrupts the dick and ball shape we had going here. But you see, we were going to go from dick and balls to swan, and we have gone from dick and balls. Pencil, please. Yes. We have gone from dick and balls to swan. Yeah. This is how you draw art. All right, we have an approval on the pose. I do think there's a lot more of like a badassery vibe that I've lost in this one. Do I want to? We could do, because even if we do it like this, we've still broken it up quite a bit. I still like having the tail folded. I think that might be part of the fucking problem, though. And for me, be what you... I mean, I like it. The tail's on its own layer, right? Yeah. It would just be a little bit more... Is this just fantasy? Alright. Tail up or tail down? Let me know. Beep, 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 beep. See, even if I were to try to trace this shape, we don't get the dick and balls because we got this sticks out. We got the dick and the balls with the leggies. We gave the dick and balls dick and balls. And this, you know, you have to, it has to be proportionate. Yes, yeah. It's much better. You know? If either two, so it's either two dicks or a swan, you know. It's the same thing. All right, up it is. Sounds good. All right. So, oh, I'm sorry. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. You only get more chaos the longer you get commission. Yeah, eventually, yeah. Once the order of operations has been established. Oh. Bootsy says you get professional until you get tramp stamp. Yes, I trolled Sputnik with an update that was not really what was happening. They asked for some circuitry on the back, so I did circuitry pattern in the form of a tramp stamp and sent that, waiting for a reply while I did the actual one up the back of the shoulder. And it's just like, yes. We have fun here. This is why I enjoy my job. But I think that those things are, like, it's not a serious update. You don't actually have to ask me to change that. It's not how it was going to stay. It's fun. Alright, sweet. So we can just get rid of this whole layer. Yes. All right, now to fix... I can't fix this, but I'm gonna do the best I can. I can't fix the bisexual panic, but I can fix the bad anatomy. And this is one of the things I do a lot, where I will leave something like this, where like her shoulders are not what I'm like. I have a lot of nitpicks about this, right? But rather than ram my face into it while I was mad, I'm like, why worry about what she looks like until I worry about what she's looking at? Now, oops. And now I know just how fucking panicked to make her. They're too sexy. She's not gonna stand good. She's just gonna explode. She's gonna sweat. The only reason Lucy is okay right now is because she's sweating enough to put out the flames from how flustered she is. She is simultaneously on fire and dousing herself out at the same time. That's how panicked this poor gay is. I mean, look at the lizard and her sad... we're not even gonna see the nipples. I just needed to know where to put the boobs. Sorry. We're having a time. All right, Lucy. Your turn is next. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Ugh. Need to hydrate. You're only half listening and this is what you keep keying in on. What? I don't know which part that is, Keon, but I'm sorry. Regardless, I'm sorry. It can't make much sense, no matter which one it is. Oh my god. I've missed drawing so much. I'm having so much fun. Thank you for joining me. Alright, I am gonna mute 1 second so you don't have to listen to me fucking glug chug my water out of my bottle. God, Skuttz. She look like she's getting possessed while I'm just having having some water. At least you know your audience is here for your ramblings. Is I would love to just chat and like focus more on chat. Which is why I did add the just chatting screen. But when I'm drawing, it's really hard. I have to like balance looking up at chat and drawing, and so yes, rants and rambles are that in between. Oh god, hang on. Oh god. Alright, we're taking a mucus break. My bad. My throat's doing pretty rough. So, it's good. We're good to go for a little bit longer. I should have made myself tea. Processing. It'll take me 30 seconds. I really should have some tea anyways. Peppermint tea right now would be so nice for the fucking congestion in my sinuses. So it'll take, I'm just throwing water on the thing. It'll be 2 seconds. There we go. I'll end up grabbing that later, but at least the water will already be hot for me. Alright, so we fixed Le Kobold. I'm gonna turn this back on. I'm gonna put all of these in a subfolder. And then oh my god, this is so horrible. Colds really suck as a streamer. Like, it's not even that, like I said, I just had my period. And it was literally twice as bad as the cold I have right now. Like, the cold is nothing. So I've still been kind of, like, doing stuff around the house and doing my own thing and, like, trying to catch up on housework and shit like that. And the worst part is that it messes with how I sound, because I talk for a living, so it makes it a little bit painful to talk. So when I got a little bit left in me, but that's mostly what's gonna be stopping me for a little bit. I probably will get on later and stream the rest of tonight too. I just will take a break from talking. I've got some chicken soup that I made yesterday, so I'll probably have some soup for dinner, have some more medicine. We'll have some tea next time, and then I'll get back on later. But essentially, I've tried to take care of everything else, and all I need to do right now is draw. So that's what we're doing. And honestly, I've been away from drawing for so long, all I want to do is fucking draw. So we're doing it. I never do any, like, I hate taking time off of work when I'm not sick or injured, because I'm like, no. And so essentially, it's not even time off work, because I was still working. I did a lot of updates to the stream and upgrades that way. I just wasn't actively live streaming because there's a lot of scuff and a lot of issues and a lot of things I was trying to do, but when I was trying to actively change stuff and then live stream, I was having to, like, undo stuff, and, like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're trying to figure stuff out. And so I was like, I'm just gonna take, like, a little bit of time, and I'm just gonna figure stuff out. I'm gonna make my stream deck work. I'm gonna get my setup going. I'm gonna have my workflow nice. And I'm always afraid and paranoid to do those things, because I'm like, if I don't draw, something's going to happen and I'm not going to be able to draw, and then I'm not going to be able to make money, and I'm going to have terror and that whole, like, the existence in a capitalistic society ride that we're all on. And so sure enough, it happened where I took some time to fix my stream, get some stuff organized, and then I fell and I hurt myself, and I sprained my lumbar. And so I had to take about 2 weeks where I was just laying flat and letting stuff heal. And it was literally on my break between doing all of the mental gymnastics of making, like, the tech side work, and then right before I came back to go draw and, like, earn my money for the month. So, like, we're yay! I'm glad I love drawing right now, because if I was just existing under pressure, it would be a bad time right now. But thankfully, I just love drawing, and it is one of my escapes from anxiety, and it's why I think I do all right as a, like, commission artist. I'm not just doing it for the money. Like, art's a comfort for me. And I don't I don't really buckle under owing people stuff because if it's just about money and you get paid and then the money is gone, you're kind of fucked, you know? But for me, it's about making my commissioners happy and like delivering something that they enjoy and sharing the fact that I can create art and make others happy with that. And so my goal is to finish the art and give it to this person that I want to experience the art, you know? My joy is in the creation, not just in getting paid to do so. Which is why I think I've been able to do this for 10 years without just like collapsing under the pressure from being behind when I get ill or fall on my fucking ass. When I roll a 1 sitting in a chair and ass slam the wood floor. Somebody's face should have been there to save me, and it wasn't. Nobody's face was there. Nobody patted my landing. Every single person on the planet failed me. I don't know. I'm sorry. Why am I streaming when I'm sick? We have no filter. The filter does not exist. I'm sorry. I bully myself for like having to deal with chronic issues. And I'm like, dude, I'll get online when I'm like fucking, I could have a fever and I'm goofy. I was just like, I don't know. My body's trying to melt the germs. Sorry, I'm goofy. But like, yeah, it's fair if my back goes out. I don't want to sit. It kind of hurts. I'm like, no, fair enough. I like that I can't get anybody sick. Like, you're all on the other side of a screen. So I can do as I need and draw and cough and whatever. And yes, I'm sorry, and I try not to make you listen to it. But God, I love that I like don't have to worry about getting anybody sick. All right, the colors are probably off. That's fine, because we're not there yet. We're just mostly there. Okay, fine. I'll erase the sad faces, because they're just making me sad. Oh God, what layer are they on? Can't erase the sad. Sad is forever. There we go. No, okay, we found the sad layer. It's fine. Goodbye, sad layer. It's fine. She's not naked. She's just wearing a bodysuit. Also, I don't know what I'm doing with this, like, underboob fold here there, but we're fixing it. All right. God damn it. I said I was going to fix Lucy, and I'm over here on the cobalt again. Hang on. The Bard's doing the Bard thing. She's got my attention. I don't want that to line up like that. All right. What time is it? What is time? Oh my gosh. All right. What time is it? It is. Yeah, I can do a little bit. I'll probably stop at the top of the hour. We'll do that. I think I can merge all these layers now. Oh, it's because I'm scared of Twitch being a dick. It's not me fucking getting distracted. I want to draw Lucy, but if I don't make sure that Twitch knows that the fucking lizard isn't fucking naked, I don't want to get in trouble. I can go draw that shit on a different website. It's fine, Twitch. We're not doing that. Just don't fucking give me another one. I got a warning. I got a warning because I left a fucking work in progress up and went to the bathroom. And it didn't have it defined that the character was wearing pants yet, but the character was fully clothed. fine. I'm fine. I'm not fine. Yell at your reps and your senators and your credit card companies and everybody. The shit happening right now is stupid. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like, oh man. I'm not in the state to talk about it, but like, the booba's under attack. The spicy games are under attack. And if you want to be able to have spicy games and booba that are perfectly legal and appropriate, your payment processor shouldn't be able to determine what you can and cannot buy. You want to buy booba, you should be able to draw. Like, dude, titties, pinups, they're beautiful. I love drawing pinups. They're my favorite. And it's just like, it's art. I can't believe that even just like Twitch doesn't like censorship is. I don't get angry about law stuff. Free the nipple. Let me draw butts. Something something horse says. Or else, because I have stabby on my face. Oh my god, you guys. I am actually probably running a temperature right now. It's fine. All right, let's see. I think this actually looks so much better than we were originally at. And what she might need is like some bold leather accents, probably. Like a little spiked collar or bracelets or something. Especially at where like this meets. And then maybe gold. Because that would go and be subtle. But tie in. And she's got a lot of other gold jewelry, so maybe something like that. And then I think we were doing they're modern day. They're modern day outfits. So we've got a backwards facing baseball cap. Assuming that I can draw this. Mm-hmm. I look over at YouTube chat and I just see tramp stamps. I'm like, yep. I do like being able to do that though. Like just once in a while. Like I didn't feel good. And I was really not feeling being online because my throat was super sore. And so, I just drew some really fun doodles. And then, like, last night, trying to make sure that I was warmed up for working today, I just did some doodles. And it's like, I just doodled some of the regulars and the folks who are always in my chat and stopping by to say hi and hanging out because I really appreciated it. And they're also supporters on my Patreon. And I'm like, you know, it's just a little way to say thanks, especially when I'm just doing my best. It's been a rough month. But yeah, I love that. I love what I do. And what the fuck just happened? Whoa, the struggling loading. What the shit? That was weird. That was crazy. Da 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 da. I think that looks pretty good. I don't think giving her like a belt or something in the middle would look good. Maybe actually, ooh, shit. I said as I do it, I'm like, wait, that looks really good. Don't forget to save. I did just save. Thank you, Bootsy. El problema es capitalismo. Yes, yes. Oh my god. Malik, you just reminded me of something. Kian says you wish you had some peppermint tea now. Yes, it's good. I only like it when I'm sick. Otherwise I feel like I'm sick when I'm not. So I was talking to one of my friends. And I didn't know this. So like in high school, I took Japanese because I thought I was going to get into video game design, and that like Nintendo and stuff was really big. And so I figured if I was going to be working with like a different game market outside of the US, it would probably have been Japan. So it just made logical sense to me. Also, I was all giant fucking weeb. So I took Japanese. And like I don't know, I can't speak any French. That's the one that evades me. I can understand a fair amount of Spanish because of the similar roots, but French is just the one that baffles me. Anyways, so like I had a friend growing up who's Spanish and he was Mexican, so he took Spanish, and he was like, oh yeah, I thought it was going to be an easy class. I was like, oh yeah? And he was like, yeah, no, turns out it's Spain Spanish, not Mexican Spanish that they teach. And I'm like, what? Which frustrates me because like I would have assumed that we would have taught the language that's closer to the area, like regionally, where like we have an overlap of people we like interact with. Like, why would we not? Anyways, I understand like it's got a better like root structure so you can understand other stuff. I'm like, whatever. But my friend was like, yeah, it was horrible. I took Spanish thinking it was going to be easy, and it ended up being like the wrong Spanish. And I was like, what the fuck? And then my other friend was like, yeah, it was hilarious to be in high school and have a better Spanish grade than him. I was like, what? Oh, that blew my fucking mind. I was like, that's crazy. That's the American school system for you. Ugh. All right. Damn it, I didn't do Lucy's thing at all. Damn it. Lucy. Lucy, I'm sorry. God damn, that's a really good hand. Lucy, I'm sorry. Should I work on her next Wednesday? Should that be next Wednesday, you guys? I fix Lucy. I fixed Sunny, though. This is a good squad. This is good. I see why Lucy is struggling, because this is, you show up to fix a leak and you're like, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am, where's the leak? It's Lucy. All right, I'm gonna go send this to the group real quick. Bigger! We still need bigger, booba. Hold on. I have failed at my job if the booba's not big enough. How much larger do we make the boobs? This is the life that I live. I drew my mom as a horse, and I had to ask myself, Mom, how big are your boobs? And she's like, wait, well, I asked myself, and then I drew it, and I was like, Mom, Mom. Mom. Mom, you're a horse now. And she's like, oh, that's great. That's great. She was excited. I can't tell the actual story. I'm struggling so bad right now. I don't know if you can hear. It sounds like I've just eaten some sandpaper. Bigger than the Smith. Which is Smith. Alright, hang on. Can we just... What can we get away with? Alright. I did that with my mouse. I feel like that was an accomplishment. Alright. Wait, hang on. Hang on. We can bring everything. We can bring everything. We can make it all larger. Oops. Hang on, hang on, hang on. No, wait. This one. Yeah, give me the transform. All right, we're gonna do this, and I think this is... I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna be back after I make some tea and stuff. I'm just not gonna make you guys wait for me to do another... Oh god, it was actually kind of better when I just did it the other way. Cancel. Or just expand. Alright, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna hit this one. And I just want to kind of... Wait, oh, because I can make more... Like, oh my god, I am tired. You guys. Maybe the chicken soup will save me. This is all... It probably was better to do this, though. Oh. I don't like that one. And then this feels like it should drop down a little bit more. I'll have to come in and fix it later. But right now, when I'm just trying to figure out like how big my customer wants the tata, we just do this. And then when I do the final line art, then I put in all the effort, you know? But right now, this is fine. This is fine. We're not looking for this to be perfect. We're looking for, is the booba big enough? All right. All right, cool. We got that. I'm sending the group pic. I'm doing a save. I think I do have a bunch of other stuff I'm working on. Holy shit, wait. Holy shit, you guys. I might be able to just work on Lucy tomorrow or Friday. We'll see. It might be next Wednesday. I got some spicy stuff I gotta work on. So we might have to have a night where I'm working on that first. The leotard is hanging on for dear life. Yes, it is. All right, cool. We're gonna send... Oh no, I already sent it. Yes. All right, so this is actually why I juggle multiple commissions at one time. So everybody else was looking good, but Sunny was being a little bit of a struggle, and I needed a minute. So I was able to walk away and work on some other stuff. and then essentially kind of work out what problems I had with her pose. And I was able to kind of use that to really end up being what, like, I came back and I worked through the things where I'm like, I need to make this gap bigger. She doesn't really have a good profile. We need to open stuff up a little bit more. She has a good flow. Like, I feel like if you look at the tails, they kind of like almost toss you into each other. Do you guys see that? Like, if you follow the tails, and that is a really fun thing to me visually, because it's a fun way for you to like kind of almost flow from character to character. Like if you start at her face and you go down and you like, oh, okay, and then you see her and you go down and you go up to her tail and her tail passes and you go like up her body. It's like, yeah, that's another one where I'm like, yep, I go down there and I go, oh, up her tail, and I go, oh, up tail, up to face. I go tail, face, like, or face and tail. Like, it's a really fun visual flow. This is also a great way to try to explain, when you're drawing stuff, what you're trying to do. You want to guide people's, like, where people are looking. 'Cause like now if I hide Sunny and I go back to the other pose, it kind of does where it passes this off, but she stops here. She kind of bridges a gap between the two of these guys, but it's not, she doesn't, nothing brings you up to her face. Does that make sense? And then when we hide this and we go back here, we have something that kicks you up towards her face and you go back towards the other one. Like you have some kind of flow, that brings you across diagonally here to either of everybody's faces, and now Sunny's kind of more in the middle of it rather than like being awkwardly in the middle of it. It's really hard to explain because like, yeah, if I pull this back up, like this is literally the only way. Like where are you looking at? Like if you're going from here, you go down here, you like have to go up and then you go back over, or like it stops and you disrupt and you skip and you go up over here and then like maybe, but like if you don't really start at her face and kind of go down here and follow like it's, I don't know, you maybe get like a this flow, but it doesn't, it's not as cohesive to me. And it's one thing where I think that's what makes people have an artistic eye, is kind of having that sense for being able to find things that have that flow and have things like, I still feel like this pose can probably hand itself into the rest better, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Anyways. Oh, you guys. Anyways, I'm really glad. We have to do a little bit of work on Lucy, and then I need to essentially, I think I need to fix their feet. We're doing, I saved the feet for last. God damn it. I did it again. Good old classic Skuttz. We'll deal with it next time. Maybe I'll have to dig some boots out and take some rough pictures in heels so I know how they look. But yeah, we'll work on Lucy next time. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Especially if you hung around through the spider rants. You're real champs. And thank you over on YouTube. I appreciate it. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting really close to the watch time for YouTube to actually to generate the revenues, which is super helpful for a little guy like me. So honestly, if you're watching on YouTube and if you're watching on Twitch, you're just tuning in and you're just hanging out and watching, like it's the world to me. Like I love the company, and like literally you're helping a little guy get by, especially in the age of AI art and all the junk going on. It means so much to me for people who still stop and appreciate real artists. So you're all amazing. You're the real MVPs. I'm gonna go ahead and see about jumping into, let's go see. I don't know. Is this? I had to do this. Let's think. We're doing this. All right, we're gonna go raid somebody. Their art style looks very interesting, and like, I think we're gonna check this out. Basil Wolf, arachnophobia. Yes, if you stuck through the arachnophobia to hang out, I'm proud of you. All right. If you're on YouTube, thank you so much. That's the end of the road. But if you're on Twitch, we're gonna go raid. This looks very interesting. We're gonna go say hello. So spam the Skuttz, yes. Be little gremlins. Be good little gremlins. Let's say hello. I'm gonna take some medicine and drink some soup and take a break. I'll be back in a little. Until then, let's go say hi. I'm not sure. Are they drawing? Is this Umu Musume? I don't know. We might be looking at horse girls. I think we're looking at horse girls and a rat girl. Okay, we're in. This is so we're so in. All right. We're going. Ready? All right. Skuttz. Take care, have a good one, and say hi to the spiders in your house for me. Bye.